Hello, online crew. Let's have a chat about 2024. No doubt you're sort of looking into the future and going, I really want to grow. I want to get better results in my business. I want to do good things. Like you're looking into the future, hopefully thinking about some things that you want to achieve next year. But for you to be able to do that, there's something that you need to do now. So we're going to talk about that on this live. And this is really, really important because a lot of you will know or you'll just feel um, things that you do that you repeat. So what I mean by that is maybe you take on new things or you've taken on a new business and it hasn't gone according to plan, or it's like, here I am again. I really wanted this and it hasn't gone my way, or I haven't got the results that I wanted to. Maybe you haven't achieved as much as you wanted to this year and you're looking into next year going, I want more. But you just, there's something that you need to do first. So hear me out with this live, because until we change some things, sometimes we end up repeating the same habits and we end up in the same position every time. And it's like, how did I end up here again? How did I not get to where I wanted to go again? How did I not get the results that I wanted to again? So we create, that the same habits happen over and over and over again, unless we sort of break a cycle, which is what I want to share with you. So how are you? If you're here live with me, please say hello. Let me know where you are. What am I doing with my screen there? Where you are watching from. My name's Helen Martin. If we haven't met before, I'm your online crew captain. I'm here to serve our amazing online crew of home-based business owners, social sellers. You want to build online. You want to leverage the internet and create income streams for yourself in the online world. You just need a phone and an internet connection, and away you go. You can all achieve that for yourself. But my first video of the week, which is this one, is something always to do with personal growth, personal development, because it's not all the fancy stuff. It's not all the social media skills that'll help you to be successful. Well, it'll help you to be successful. It's you. It's absolutely hands down 100% you that's going to make you successful or not. Learning social media skills, learning about social media content, reels, TikTok, conversation skills, all the things. Yes, you need to know it, but you can know all that stuff and still not have success. Why? Because you are standing in your own way. So here's what I want to share with you in this video. If you want to grow in 2024, you have to do what I'm about to share with you like now over the next few weeks. You need to divorce yourself from your limiting beliefs. Stay with me. You absolutely need to divorce yourself from your limiting beliefs. Otherwise, you are going to continue on the same pattern next year. So what do I mean by that? What's the story that you tell yourself? What are some things that you are saying to yourself now about this year just gone? Is it, what kind of excuses, I guess, are you telling yourself? I didn't have enough time to do what I needed to do. I'll never have enough time. I'm a slow learner. Who's going to listen to me? I'm not successful enough. I don't know if I can make this work. I don't know if this can work for me. I see it working for other people, but I don't know if it can work for me. I don't know if I can nut out this social media thing. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good looking enough. It takes me too long to create the videos. I'm not sure if I can do that. What's the things and the stories and the limiting beliefs? And like, you really need to be in tune with this, because some of you have got limiting beliefs that you don't even realize you're saying to yourself. When you're really in tune with some of the things that you say to yourself about yourself and about your business, and about your future or about the year that was or about even the week that was or wasn't and what you did or didn't achieve. When you're really in tune with some of the things that you say to yourself, then you've got half an opportunity to knock them on the head and get rid of them. So, what are the stories that you tell yourself? I don't know if this is going to work for me. Have you ever said that? Is that something that runs through your mind? I don't know if I'll ever work this out. I don't know if I'm ever going to, make six figures. I don't know if I'm ever going to grow an audience the way I want to. You don't know. You've got limiting beliefs, and that's all they are. We are all 100% run by a subconscious. You're run by your limiting beliefs. You don't even realize sometimes you are run by your limiting beliefs and the things that you actually tell yourself in the little voices in your head. You've all got them. I know you do. There's things that you say to yourself that you doubt yourself. Your limiting beliefs are your doubts. Do you have doubts? It's very rare for somebody to show up and say to somebody, there is nothing getting in my way. I am absolutely going to achieve six figures this year, next year. It's just going to happen. I can feel it to my core. I'm going to do everything possible in my power. Nothing's going to get in my way. It's a done deal. It's already done. It's already happening. How many of you think like that? Probably very rare. But if you can work towards that, then you're more likely your subconscious will work in ways that you've never imagined before. You'll come across mentors, you'll come across opportunities, you'll come across potential customers, you'll come across people to join you in your team. Stuff will just start happening because opportunities will open up because you're just taking no excuses. It's just going to happen. People tell me they think like that, but I know that they actually subconsciously they don't because of their actions. If you really actually believe that, your actions will set you up on that path like straight away. If you make excuses, I didn't get time, or you're worried about this or you're worried about that. So what are you worried about? Just go and do it. Stop watching training and go and do the things. Go and build your audience. Go and set up an amazing personal brand. Go and put amazing content out there. Go and attract amazing people to you. And just know that you are going to attract amazing people to you. That's the way you need to think if you want to crush it next year. So what are the limiting beliefs that you have? And this is what I suggest that you do when you recognize them. So one, you've got to recognize them. So be really aware of your own thoughts. Do it now, from now. Like you're just going to be really aware of your thoughts. Most of you are not aware of your own thoughts. You're not even aware of your own limiting beliefs. You can't fix anything and you can't get rid of any limiting beliefs unless you're aware of your limiting beliefs. Does that make sense? So one, you've got to be really mindful of the things that you say to yourself, because some of you don't even realize the negative things that you say to yourself. Some of you don't even realize how much you hold yourself back because of the little voice in your head and what it tells you. Oh, I just don't have enough time. Yes, you do. You're just not prioritizing your business. Somebody on a TikTok of mine, what did they put this week? Well, easier said than done. What if you can't get rid of the stress? Stress, I know we all get stress, but hanging on to stress is a choice. Your life is full of choices. If you stay overwhelmed, it's a choice. If you stay stressed, it's a choice. If you stay stuck, it's a choice. You hearing me? Everything is a choice. It comes down to the way that you think. There are people out there that are far worse off than you, and yet they're still positive. There are people out there living in third world countries that are leaps and bounds happier than you because they're just happy with what they've got. They don't stress about the small things. Do you get where I'm coming from? That's not to, talk anybody down. It's just when you're more in control than what you think you are, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? So things are a choice. Okay? So choose wisely and really think about the way that you think. So when that little voice comes in and says, I just don't have time, you do if you prioritize things. Isn't it interesting when somebody gets sick or somebody needs you or whatever, you drop everything and you go, or you drop everything and you look after something. You will find the time when something is important enough to you, your health, your friends, your family, Christmas shopping. You find the time to do the things that you need to do when you really need to do them. So it's just a matter of prioritizing. So yeah, if you're going to be overwhelmed, it's a choice. You've got to stay stressed, it's a choice. You're going to tell yourself excuses, it's a choice. So we're getting rid of all of that. You're getting rid of all of those limiting beliefs. And here's the language that you need to use. I renounce my agreement with that belief. So something comes in, oh, you just don't have enough time. I renounce my agreement with that belief. Find your own words. But basically, renounce your agreement with the limiting belief. Get rid of it. If you want to change your coming year, you want to change 2024, you have to get rid of your limiting beliefs that have kept you stuck for, I'm not talking days, I'm not talking weeks, I am talking years. We are the subject of our past, whether we believe it or not. We are run by our subconscious, unfortunately, 90% of the time. Have you ever done something that's like, why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep saying that? Why do I end up in this same pattern? Why do I keep letting myself down? Why don't I prioritize my business? Why don't I prioritize my health? Why don't I prioritize exercising? I'm here again. Why do I do everything for everyone else and leave myself behind? You are run by your subconscious, and unless you pick up on that and you have a really high level of awareness around that and the words that you say to yourself, I don't have enough time, I'm overwhelmed. It's a limiting belief. You're not overwhelmed, you're just choosing to be overwhelmed. Get rid of it. I renounce my belief. I renounce my agreement with that belief. That might be too formal for you. Use whatever words that work. Really high level of awareness of the things that you say to yourself and catch yourself. And it's like, that's just a limiting belief. That's not true. And a really good question for yourself is that true? No, it's not true. I do have time if I prioritize it. I'm just not prioritizing it. I'm letting everyone else and everything else get in the way. I can make 10 minutes a day to do X, Y, Z. I'm going to do that. Like, just think about the things that you're saying to yourself. And a lot of those things are just calling it out, plain and simple, limiting beliefs that do not serve you. So if you've got a thought that runs through your head and it's like, this doesn't really serve me to think this way, that's a limiting belief. And you're going to renounce your agreement with that belief. You have to start working on this if you want next year to look different to this year. Otherwise, you're going to end up with the same 2024 as the 2023, because basically you're run by your limiting beliefs. So unless you have a high level of awareness and you overcome them and you tell yourself to overcome them and you work on it, you will keep doing the same things you've always done that you get annoyed at with yourself. So you've got to break the cycle. You've got to divorce your limiting beliefs. Write it down. A daily mantra. I divorce my limiting beliefs. I'm going to divorce as many limiting beliefs as I can in the next couple of weeks before the end of 2023. I'm going to work hard on this. I need to divorce that limiting belief. A thought pops in. No, I'm going to divorce my thought with that limiting belief. And then renounce it, write it down, say it. I renounce my agreement with that belief. It's not who I want to be. It doesn't serve me. I'm better than that. I deserve more than that. I want more than that. I can get more than that, but not thinking like that. That's not going to get me where I want to go. You want to have posture in what you do. You want to love your business. And I know if you're in this business of social selling, you don't love all aspects of your business. And I know a lot of you don't love social media. And yet you want to build a business successfully online. Change the way you think. When you're on and you're working your business. And when you're off and enjoy your family and enjoy Christmas. But reframe it. I can't do this. Social media is too overwhelming. Limiting beliefs. See you later. You can get everything that you want when you think the right way. Because when you think the right way, you act the right way. And when you're taking the right actions, you can be up there with people that are succeeding. Isn't that what you want for yourself? Do you want more for 2024? Put more in the comments. If you want more out of next year than you did this year, I'm telling you, the only way that you can get more out of next year than what you've achieved this year is to divorce yourself from your limiting beliefs. It's up to you. You can learn great skills. You can learn how to do a reel. You can learn how to do a TikTok. You can learn how to put a story together. You can learn how to create content. But if deep down you don't believe that you're worthy of success and you can have success and you can push away the doubters and you don't give a continental what anybody thinks of you because they don't pay your bills. When you stand in your own 2 feet and believe, and you can start nailing, cracking down those limiting beliefs, now you've got half a chance to go and crush it next year. But if you want to grow in 2024, if you want to get better results, you've got to start knocking over those limiting beliefs now. So what and this takes work, okay? You're not going to solve this. You don't work on this for like a week or two and then suddenly you're moving into 2024 a completely different person. You've got to have this on the front of your mind constantly. And this is why I talk about these kind of things in these videos. My first video of the week is to raise your level of awareness of the crappy things that you tell yourself. The lies that you tell yourself, your limiting beliefs, because that's all they are. They're limiting beliefs. And my goal for you, my hope for you is that something comes in and it's like, man, that's just a limiting belief. That's not my truth. I can do better than that. I'm overwhelmed, but it's actually a choice to be overwhelmed. I can work through this. You can work through anything if you want to, but you've got to have a level of awareness about it first to be able to then do something about it. But I'm just encouraging you. Are you hearing me? Can you put in the comments, I hear you, Helen. I want you to hear me today, tomorrow, the next day, when some kind of crappy thought comes into your mind and it's like, it's a limiting belief. That's gone. That's going. I'm renouncing my agreement with that belief because that does not serve me. I'm not going to get where I want to go by thinking that way. I do this to myself every day. I have negative thoughts all the time. I'm not perfect. I have negative thoughts about my business. I have negative thoughts about me. I have negative thoughts about the way that I look, the way that I feel. When I slip up on my clean eating, everybody has negative thoughts. Just don't let them stick. See you later. That doesn't serve me. You got to get back on track. So you'll never be perfect. Don't ever expect to be. But the best thing I can hope for you and that you can work on is that something comes in and you kick it out straight away. That's how you grow. That's how you'll grow into next year. Something will pop in. You'll never not have negative things pop in. You'll never not have limiting beliefs pop in. The most successful people in the world have doubts. The biggest multi-millionaires, they have doubts, but they don't let it stay. They don't let it stick. As soon as it comes in, they're getting rid of it. That's what you got to learn to do. So will you work on that? You got to work on that. If you want to grow and have a better 2024, you've got to work on these limiting beliefs and get them out. Start working on, like, get into a really good habit of, like, oh, I don't like the way you're thinking, Helen. That's really negative. You're not going to get anywhere thinking like that. Like, we need to get rid of that thought. Like, when you're aware of that and you can start thinking like that, you'll start doing it more naturally. So then eventually, when you keep practicing this, you naturally sway towards the positive rather than the negative. What do most humans do? Most humans sway towards the negative rather than the positive. How many people have you come across where you say, how are you? How's your day? How have you been? Oh, I'm all right. So many people sway towards the negative. You'll sway towards the reasons why you can't do something, how much time you don't have, how unskilled you are. You're not sure if you can do it. I've got this, I've got that in the way. You can give yourself, you can believe your own excuses. You can. You can talk yourself into your own excuses and justify your own existence as to why you're not achieving what you want to achieve. If that's the place you want to stay in, good luck to you. I would encourage you to change all of that. I hope you're hearing me. Okay, I'll get off my bandwagon. Just checking on some comments here. We've got Tony, we've got Claudette, we've got Barb, Beth, Dean, greetings and great to see you here. Facebook user, one thing I say to myself, I don't know how I will balance my massage business with my online. Oh, Christina, is that you? You still dropped off? I don't know how I will balance. So we're going to change that language. If that's what you mean, if I'm interpreting that the right way, it's like, I'm going to find the best balance ever. I'm going to find the balance. It's not, how am I ever going to find the balance? It's like, I am going to find the balance. I'm working through it. Every day I'm going to get better. Every day I'm getting better at working out the balance. I'm going to work out this balance. Like, tell yourself you're going to work out the balance. Whatever you're telling yourself you don't know how you're going to do, get rid of the words you can't and get rid of the words you don't know and get rid of all those kind of words. As soon as that comes in, I can't, or I haven't been able to, or I don't know, that's your trigger. Okay, I need to reframe that. I announce my agreement with that belief, changing that right now. That's what you want to learn to do. Tony, I'm learning to think that way. Beth, you asked me a question today as to why I'm so overwhelmed with the move, and to dissect that, I'm realizing I don't like change. I need to embrace the change because it's going to be wonderful. Absolutely, Beth. And I did challenge you on that because, like, when you really think about that, it's like you're overwhelmed by unpacking. So and the reason why I was prompting you to dissect that, it was like, is that really something to be overwhelmed about? The fact you got boxes all around you. No one likes boxes around them. No one likes unpacking. Moving house is one of the biggest things ever. But is it really something to be overwhelmed about? There's people out there lying in gutters with no food and no blankets in the middle of the winter. That's something to get stressed about. So can you handle a few boxes and you just want all your ducks in a row yesterday? So it's like, is it really something to be overwhelmed about? No, it's just thinking where you want to put things and you got less room, or the house configuration is different, or like, do you really need to be overwhelmed by it? That's why I was just sort of, dissect that. Okay. Okay. I'm loving this. There are so many people I wish would listen to this. No excuses. And this is what gets me about live videos. Like, I can put a headline up about latest strategy to attract people to you online and everyone will watch it. I put a headline up like this and people won't watch it. And yet it's what they really need to hear. That's my view anyway. Hearing me. Awesome. I hear you loud and clear. Hear you. Great. You're hearing me. That's yeah, all of that. Where did Dean's comment go? I clicked too quickly. Where did it go? Yeah, I'm too old. I'm too overweight. I've never had much success at other things. We're getting rid of all of that, Dean. All gone. Get rid of it. You renounce your, if that's, true for you, you renounce your agreement with those words. No longer serving you, because those kind of things, I'm too old, it's too late. It's never too late. Never, ever, ever too late to make a change to your business, your health, your outlook, your life, everything. It is never, ever, ever too late. And think about it. A funny thing to think about, but you could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Do you want to have regrets? Like, so many people in this industry hold themselves back because they're like, they don't want to put something out on social media because, oh, what if such and such sees it? Or what is somebody going to think? Who freaking cares? It's your life. Go after what you want. Make yourself proud. Put more money in your pocket. No, nobody else is putting money in your pocket. Go after what you want. Oh my Helen, this is a good slap that I need to hear. And this is after watching another training this morning. Okay. Beth, you still showed up though. I saw your live. Go for you. Are you talking to me or somebody else? I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, I know you know what you're talking about, Beth. So I've talked long enough. I just, your limiting beliefs are what hold you back. Grab hold of them as you hear yourself saying them. Your first point of call is awareness, because you can't fix anything you're not aware of. And a lot of you have a lot of limiting beliefs that you're not even consciously aware that you say to yourself. But your life is a result of that. If you're not where you want to be, if you're not making as much money as you had hoped, if you're not progressing in your business, if you are stuck, and you've been stuck for most of this year or even the year before or even longer, it's due to your limiting beliefs, because you're not thinking the way that somebody who's going to be successful and will grow is thinking. Grow into that person that you know you can be, and don't let anything hold you back. So identify awareness, identify the limiting belief, write it down. As soon as you say, I'm too old, I'm overweight, I'm not good looking enough for social media, I don't have the skills, whatever you're telling yourself, it's a limiting belief. Aware of it, write it down, and then say to yourself, or write it down, I renounce my agreement with that belief or with this belief. Gone, going, not going to stay here, not thinking this way anymore. I'm going to find ways to make this work. I'm going to find ways to balance. I'm going to find ways to XYZ. Like, start working on it right now. Right now. Okay? You need to if you want to get more results out of 2024. Okay? Thank you for listening to my little rant. Please know this just comes from a place of knowing that some people just they're not even aware of their limiting beliefs. So when you're aware of it, you've got half a chance of changing it. And that's what you need to do to go and smash next year. So let's go and all smash next year, and let's start by divorcing your limiting beliefs. Start now.